Hello? Can you hear me? Mom? Anyone there?
I'm listening, Mr. Barrett.
Oh, there you are, thank God. We thought we'd lost you for a moment. Listen, I'm sure you must know how grateful we all are that you were willing to join our little company, especially at such short notice.
I can only imagine.
After all, it isn't often you see an actress of your caliber on daytime television.
Well, quite.
Look, Mum, it isn't hard to see that our humble little show may not quite be up to your usual standards. A studio audience of 30 heads can hardly compare to 1,000 a night at the Shaftesbury. But like it or not, the Guileful Smiles of Chalfont St. Giles has all the outward bearings of a hit. When I said I wanted to take the American soap opera format to rural Buckinghamshire, the network nearly wept with laughter. But it looks as though we're about to prove them all wrong.
I'm delighted for you, Mr. Barrett.
Thank you. Now, before we get started, it's no secret that we've been a little understaffed, and indeed underfunded as of late. I don't want you to panic, of course, but if anything does go wrong while the cameras are rolling, and I mean anything, I need you to carry on regardless.
Is that why the last actress was forced to withdraw?
It was only a very minor incident. Besides, it's all been cleared up now. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. Right, looks like we're almost ready to go. Are you good to pick up where your predecessor left off?
I don't see why not. So I'm about to confront my oblivious husband over his conniving daughter.
Well remembered. Now, get ready to take that first right the moment you hear me call action. I'll be here to guide you along the way. Oh, and one last thing. It's very important that you keep that audience happy. Dance, sing, I don't care. Whatever feels right in the moment. Trust me when I say that you don't want to see them turn.
Hang on a moment, what does that mean?
Roll camera. 3, 2, 1, action.
But how about my small holdings? Are they really? Are they really, Roger? God damn it, man! You're the finest accountant a boy could ever ask for. I'll see you down the pub then, shall I? Jolly ruddy good. God, I love money.
Look at me, Geoffrey. I need you to listen to what I have to say.
I've heard it all before, Barbara. I've had it with your lies. That daughter of mine is a saint on earth. There's nothing you can say to change my mind.
But Geoffrey, you can't have forgotten the fire in the family barn. Surely you remember all those bumps in the night. All the time we found Cousin Timothy hanging from the wine rack.
He was always rather peculiar.
These aren't coincidences, Geoffrey. It all comes back to Susan. She wants your fortune all for herself, and she won't let anyone get in her way.
Keep your poison out of my ears, woman!
Woman, I am your wife. Don't you remember our wedding? The day you married your wife.
You're not the woman I married, Barbara. You can take all your baggage, emotional and otherwise, and get the hell out of my country estate.
I can't look at you anymore, Geoffrey. I simply cannot look at you.
Listen to that, Mum. They love you out there. Now, come on, straight out the door and up the staircase. We've still got 2 scenes left to shoot.
I've been waiting for you, dear stepmother.
You're not getting away with this, Susan. It won't be long before the world finds out what you've done. I know you sank Uncle Malcolm's longboat in Marlow.
Of course I did. And I'd do it again.
It could only have been you who torched the family marrow patch in Haddenham.
You bet it was. And I'd do it again.
And to feed Auntie Miranda to her own prize-winning pigs. I've never heard anything so awful in all my life.
It's as awful as it gets. And you want to know something? I'd do it all again!
She certainly knows how to work a crowd.
You'd kill me here, would you, Susan? Right here, with your father downstairs, leaving playfully through this week's edition of Classic Tractor magazine?
I'll tell him you did it to yourself. Daddy always believes his little girl.
Oh my god.
How did that happen? Who the hell allowed that to happen?
Is that... Oh god, she's bleeding! What am I supposed to do?
How on earth should I know? We've never crushed an actress before. Do you think the audience will notice?
Of course they'll bloody notice.
Oh, shit. We're really losing them now. You need to get their attention back.
I couldn't care less about their attention. She's bleeding onto the carpet.
We've got minutes before the network shuts us down. You need to get out of there quick.
Quiet, Barrett.
You have to go on without me, Mom. Don't let the audience down. It's been an honour to act alongside you. I'd do it all again.
All right, Barrett. I'm coming down the staircase now. Be ready for my entrance in the dining room.
We're leaping straight to the end of the script. There isn't time for anything else.
Don't you think that might harm the plot?
It never made sense before. Why should it make sense now?
Oh, come on, Barrett.
Just go with it, Mom. They'll never spot the difference.
My patience wears thin, Barbara. Very thin indeed. Apologize to Susan for your vicious attacks or leave this house forever.
But Geoffrey, darling, look at what I found beneath, Look at what I found beneath your precious daughter's bed. The very same wrench that slew cousin Judith at the family stable in Great Massendon.
That's right. And I do it again.
How could I have been so blind? You conniving bitch!
I've had it with this family. I can't take it anymore. We've brought shame to the town of Chalfont St. Giles.
Look up, Mom. Forget the script. This is your scene now. Do whatever feels right.
I love you, Barbara. I've always bloody loved you.
I've got to give it to you, Mom. That was one hell of a performance. Listen to those cheers. You kept them guessing until the very end. If they think that was good, wait until they get a look at season 2.
Thank you, Mr. Barrett. I'm sure I couldn't have done it without... Wait a moment, did you say season 2?
You bet I did. And that isn't all. The networks extended your contract for another 6 seasons after that. The Guileful Smiles of Chalfont St. Giles is an overnight sensation. You'll never have to go back to the theatre again. How does that sound?
When do we start?